All right, so two other things I wanted to point out that I didn't mention in the other video is I've also taken the Enneagram, which gives you um, there's a diagram that shows basically, it looks like what a star that's missing its bottom has a base. I don't know if you've seen it, the graph, but it has numbers all the way around, 1 through 9, I think. 9 is at the top, and then yeah, it goes around. I probably should have pulled it up and done some research because I'm blanking on what it looks like specifically. I just remember 9's at the top because that's what I am. Basically, what I self-diagnosed, basically, which I listened to all the explanations of the numbers, and so the one I related with most was the number 9, and I'm with a 1 wing. So a wing is the number adjacent to both sides of you. So if, for example, for me being a number 9 at the top, my wings are, there's 2 possible wings, either an 8 on the one side or a 1 on the other side. And so I tend to lean more towards the 1 over the 8, having listened to the explanations. And I'm not going to define them all, that you can do your own research on what the Enneagram is, and it'll, if you understand that, this is just me identifying with it from what I've understood about it. But to make more complete sense, you'll have to do your own research to understand that. It's too long of an explanation, and I'm trying to keep this video short. So, plus I don't remember it all off the top of my head either. So I just remember what I'm telling you based on how I'm approaching it. So a number 9, also dyslexic, which doesn't have anything to do with the Enneagram, but I just find it a peculiar combination. Interesting that I'm an INFP and a dyslexic. It kind of makes me wonder, like, the chicken and the egg scenario, which comes first. The problem with, so one of our giftings in dyslexia, if you click on the QR code or look up the link for the book, The Gift of Dyslexia, one of the talents that dyslexics tend to have is a perceptual ability about the gift of being able to, like, look at things from multiple perspectives and see things differently. But INFPs are also highly empathetic, which means we tend to look at, put ourselves in other people's shoes and see it from their point of view. So I wonder if there's a link between being dyslexic and being an INFP, or having the Enneagram number 9, which is also highly, like, can understand other people's opinions and points of view, and having trouble having an opinion for themselves, because we, like, tend to be able to empathize and see it from everybody's perspective. Sometimes we struggle with, like, being paralyzed by indecision, because we're like, all right, I can see it that way, I can see it that way, I can see it that way, and we just kind of roll everything over in our head forever and don't ever come to a definitive conclusion, which like, people that are very, like, it's my way or the wrong way, or it's my way or those people can kind of drive me nuts. But at the same time, I kind of need them too, to kind of help overcome my weakness of indecision making. But just finding it curious that those all line up with each other. I don't know which necessarily to give the credit to, the ideation, or I mean the whether that strength is a part of the INFP, or being dyslexic, or being an Enneagram. Maybe there's some overlap. Being that I'm all those things, maybe somebody that doesn't have that perspective can, sort out the variables and give me information about, all right, like, okay, I'm not dyslexic, but I'm also this way, or I'm, I don't have Enneagram 9, or whatever. To me, they're all one and the same. I'd be curious to see if that's common. If you're dyslexic, are you also an Enneagram 9 and a what did I say? The other thing was whatever. I'm overloading myself with too many ideas. Anyway, I forget. Anyway, just those are some interesting points I wanted to make. If anybody has anything to add, go ahead and add it. So just thought I'd share that about me.